All right, welcome to the final live session for today, the part-time live trading session. I believe you can see my screen and hear my voice. Without any waste of time, let's just move on straight to the this business right now. Okay, news announcement for tomorrow. High impact news announcement for tomorrorow. We have three coming from the sterling pounds axis. Two being species. The Prime Minister Theresa May will be speaking. The Bank of England Governor Carney will also be speaking. Then we have that construction PMI and the GDP MMM coming from the Canadian dollar axis. Well, those are normal high impact news events for tomorrow. Right, let's just take a brief look into most of the currency pairs for today and see what has happened in the market. Let's begin with those pairs that we took some trades. First one being the Australian dollar against the American dollar. This is the daily time frame here. Remember, this was the level that we were talking about for a possible level of support, a possible area of support, and it seems price is reacting off that level. Price bounced off that level in this pair. Okay, what's the course of action here? Should we close this trade out, or should we cash out some profit and let the rest run? Well, there are two courses of action here. One, you might want to cash out some profit and let the remaining portion of the trade run. The second course of action is to let the trade run again for tomorrow. Since we are having a rejection bar of that level, chances are that the next candle will be a bullish one. Okay, a push to the upside. So in my opinion, I think it is wise to let the trade run. Okay, give it a fair chance, since we are having that pin bar of that particular level of support. Let's see if tomorrow price will be able to make some further pushes to the upside. All right, so that's it for what really happened today. Why did we get that rejection of that area right there? After price made that push, we got that rejection, bringing that trade back to loss before it finally went back up. What really happened? Were you reading price action? Were you really studying to see what was happening at that junction of the chart? Well, at this particular point, it was a point of confluence. We almost closed the trade out, but we are waiting to see the type of reaction we will get around this area of support. Well, the thing here is that price found a point of confluence at this particular area, that area there. Let's connect this counter trend line. Let's connect this counter trend line to that one there, to that one right here. Okay, let me be more precise. All right, connecting this point and this one here, it came around somewhere right there. Okay, that's a level of resistance. If you also take your Fibonacci retracement tool from the high to the low as at that time. Price also, it also fell around, in fact the 50% Fibonacci retracement level fell around that area, and that is why this is a big problematic zone for this pair at this time. Otherwise price would have just cruised through, pushing through the upside. But right now it seems price is trying to deal with that point of confluence. Price is trying to decide to push above, because it has lingered around that area for some time. I am sure by tomorrow price will be able to push above that level of resistance. Okay, so let's give it some time. Just be patient, as the daily time frame is giving us that rejection candle. Let's give it some time. Again, it might also be a valid long-term setup. Let's take our line. Let's be more precise. That level right there. Okay, it's a valid part-time setup. That is why we will not be adding more trades to this, because we are already moved. All right, so price came all the way here, gave us that support level, went back up, came back down, tried to push through, okay, as if it was going to break through that level of support, but was rejected, and price came back up. That is a fake breakout. What you are seeing here now constitutes a fake breakout. We are hoping that the next candle would be a bullish candle for tomorrow. All right, if that happens, then we certainly have a nice trade there. All right, so enough of that. Let's now keep a level here. Let's see what's going to happen for tomorrow. So stop loss, let's adjust the stop loss a bit. Any need for that? No, really, I don't want to mess around with that trade plan. Let's just let everything be the way it is. The sterling pounds against the New Zealand dollar in the daily time frame. Well, the analysis for this pair was actually correct. You can see how price has now pushed to the downside after giving us that bearish engulfing candle in daily time frame. That push to the downside was a nice one. Well, here we might want to also cash out 50% of our profit, but I am seeing that price will be pushing to the downside. So I am also recommending giving this pair just tomorrow. Okay, give it tomorrow. Let's see what's going to happen. We are not cashing out any profit yet. I know quite all right that the usually the conventional way of trading this is to cash out 50% of profit at that particular level. For now, no cash out. Just keep it. If we sense any danger, we'll let you know. For now, there is absolutely no danger. What I would have even advised to do here, actually, just let the trade run. Okay, just keep it running. Tomorrow we might find a London open breakout setup here if price gives us a sideways total range for the sterling pounds against the New Zealand dollar. So no profit cashed out yet. The American dollar against the Swiss franc. Well, our entry was missed by just a pip or two. Okay, our entry was missed right there, where no harm was made, no trade was taken. So let's just delete that order. Simply delete the order. All right. Okay, so it seems the price found a resistance around the point, trying to confirm the upper leg of that expanding range. Well, you can now see how the market movers play with the charts. All right, so they push up, clean up those stop losses that were placed somewhere around in here. It seems they are now ready to drive price down. Again, this is a valid setup if you are looking to trade off the daily time frame. All right, this is a valid long-term setup, but we are not going to be adding more short entries to this. We already have an American dollar trade running, so we don't want to add to this. But this is a valid long-term setup for a short opportunity. Placing the sell stop order right here, stop loss just above. Tomorrow should be a bearish day. Price should be pushing down for tomorrow. Let me actually see if we can take a trade here. Okay, let's see that. All right, let's take a trade. Let's take a trade here. Let's take a trade. We should be going straight on. Again, we're following the aggressive approach. I'm not going to place my stop loss according to the conventional approach. All right, price has the potential to make some wiggle around here before coming back down. It is at an optimal area, a high probability zone to look for a short entry. So let's just take a trade here. Okay, I am sure we are taking that trade at a high probability zone. All right, so the proposed entry level is the current price level, somewhere around the 0.9418 area, while the stop loss is around 0.9566 area. What's the value from the stop loss to the entry? It's about 150 pips. So 150 pips. Okay, I am already, before placing the stop loss, I am considering this to this. Okay, risk reward ratio. Okay, let's see. So taking the lot size calculator, it's already attached in my chart, so I'm just going to edit that. 150 pips, 150. Okay, this is the recommended lot size for me, 0.92 lot size. Let me take a look at this. Okay, all right, 0.92 lot size. Let's take that. 0.92 lot size, stop loss 0.9566. all right, so clicking on my sell button. Oops, sorry about that. I think I made a mistake. all right, so the trade has been taken. The American dollar against the Swiss franc looks good. Everything is in order. Let's just keep that to trade. all right, the next one is the American dollar against the Canadian dollar. I think this is the one that we might be looking to cash out some profits, really. Let me see. Take a look at this. We have just tomorrow to go. Okay, heavy rejection there. all right, I'm not ready to cash out some profit yet. I'm not seeing any danger that price will be pushing up. Let me look at this again just to be sure. Okay, for this one, let's trail our stop loss to break even. Just move your stop loss to break even and let it run. If we take any decision to cash out some profit, we will definitely let you know. The euro against the American dollar, well, here we have stressed out several times that this is a possible area of support and no one should go short against that area, and you can see how price has reacted off that level. In fact, we have a bullish engulfing candle. That is a bullish engulfing candle. which is of course hinting that the next move could also be to the upside for the euro against the American dollar. But you're not going to be adding more trades here. This trend line, frankly, I'm not in. I don't like that trend line. I would rather keep this level of resistance. Okay. Do you remember this channel? We talked about this channel. Okay. Yes, I'll look at the Euro JPY. We talked about this channel that we have a hint that price will push into the upside. That's the result right here. So that's the next level of resistance. This is the next level of support. Alright, so let's see what's going to happen for tomorrow. With this intra-week trend, if we find that sideways Tokyo range for tomorrow, well, it will be valid to trade the London Open breakout strategy for some pushes to the upside. Okay, so the sterling pound against the Australian dollar, well, it is having some difficult times, but this pair is still bearish. Sterling pound against Australian dollar is still bearish. Do not click on your buy button on this pair. Okay, it is bearish, even though we are seeing a very terrible market behavior here. It is still bearish. Euro against the Japanese yen, you have asked that we analyze this pair. Well, it is trading around that problematic zone. I think we have analyzed this before. It is trading around that problematic zone as support. The 4 hours time frame is giving hope. You can see that rejection bar right there. The next candle, the immediate candle, should be a green bar to the upside. That is what is expected. That means price is reacting off that level of support. It is the best place to look for buy entry. But my fears was on this monthly candle. That's a heavy bearish candle in the monthly time frame. That was my fear. Well, it might not hold price. Anything can happen actually. Also within the monthly time frame, the directional bias should be to the upside if this channel is to hold true. Directional bias should be to the upside to bank off the upper channel leg before it fall to the downside. So searching for long opportunity is quite sensible, but the monthly time frame has a heavy bearish candle here. All right, it's been arranged for today. Sterling pounds against the American dollar. Finding support there. Finding support. But not clear enough for us to trade. The New Zealand dollar against the American dollar, we talked about this one, where price has found support at that particular area. We talked about that. Not clear enough, but still looking bullish. Sterling pounds against the Canadian dollar. For this one, still some confusion. We'll be watching this weak candle close. That's for tomorrow, to see what's going to happen there. Some plenty confusion here for this one. In fact, you can see it clearly in the 1 hour time frame. There was a fake breakout here. Let's even keep it here. Plenty confusion here for the sterling pounds against the Canadian dollar. Price expansion there. But the sterling pound still looking weak. Okay, nothing here. Euro against the sterling pounds, nothing. Approaching resistance. New Zealand dollar against the Canadian dollar, nothing to trade. No need to waste our time again. Okay, nothing here as well. Australian dollar against the Canadian dollar, nothing there. Canadian dollar against the Swiss franc. Wow, this is wonderful. Still absolutely bearish. Very bearish pair. All right, now this line has been broken, so we can keep this one here. There is enough room for this pair, the Canadian dollar against the Swiss franc, to push to the downside to that area. So it is still bearish. If you are looking to trade this pair, please stay bearish with it. New Zealand dollar against the Swiss franc. Okay, Swiss franc again in some strength. What's the range? American dollar against the Japanese yen. I think we missed the entry. Remember, we're looking for some entries around here. That one is gone. Don't you worry. Quite bearish for tomorrow. Okay, we might have a market flow set up. Let's wait around here. If the American dollar against the Japanese yen makes a pullback to this area, this is a solid zone to search for short opportunities trading the intraday market flow strategy. If price makes any pullback to that zone, that is where we'll be looking for our short entries. All right, Australian dollar against the Japanese yen. Okay, Australian dollar against the Swiss franc, back down. Canadian dollar against the Japanese yen. Nothing really. Euro against Australian dollar. The euro seems to be really strong. Okay, but be careful. Might be some form of resistance around here. Might be a London open breakout candidate for us by tomorrow. Euro against the New Zealand dollar. Let's see this. Some confusion here for this one. Some heavy confusion for this pair. Euro against the Swiss franc. Nothing to trade there. Euro against the Canadian dollar. Seems the Canadian dollar is really weak. Sterling pounds against the Swiss franc. Nice push to the downside. Market flow. London open breakout candidate for tomorrow. Seems to have lots of London open breakout candidates for tomorrow. Also the sterling pounds against the Japanese yen. That's good. All right, so that's basically all. Nothing. We will only follow the trades that we have running for now. Okay, just the ones that we have running for now. Nothing much. Okay, so we have just one live session for tomorrow. In that live session, we'll be doing the pre-London open breakout live session, and that will be the only live session for tomorrow. If anything develops, we will let you know in the Telegram channel. Thanks for being here. It's been a great time. Do enjoy your rest. Good night from here. Bye bye.